Good morning, everybody. Good morning, YouTube family. Good evening. Good afternoon, wherever you're at. This is Satoshi Bowman here, coming at you with another video. Guys, I am super excited for today. We've seen many bullish trends in the markets, and again, I'm excited to be bringing you this content every day. Subscribe, like, comment, guys. This is a channel for daily crypto news, daily Bitcoin news. So yeah, and if you want to win that Nano Ledger S, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Make sure your comment is thoughtful, something that can engage conversation, because again, I do want to create a community. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. A Bitcoin price of $15,000 will make Bitcoin profitable post-halving. As we all know, the Bitcoin halving is just a short few days away, and the Bitcoin blocks production will be cut in half. Let's take a look at it. BTC miner break-even requires even higher market valuations. To preserve the current levels of mining, Bitcoin market prices would have to be between $14,000 and $15,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. I actually predict that before the halving dump, the end of the halving dump, I think that we could actually touch, 12 to 13,000, maybe even 14,000 in just a short couple of days. The bullish momentum is here, and I don't think anything is stopping it. Miners right now break even roughly between $3,500 and $7,000 depending on electricity costs. And remember, to mine Bitcoin, you need specialized graphical processing units for computers to solve these difficult equations. You also need cheap electricity, or mining just won't be profitable. But the Bitcoin network remains highly competitive, recently making a 125 quintillion hashes per second as a record activity level. I think this actually dropped a little bit with the great crash, but the theory remains the same. At their high mining levels, and even when BTC prices close to $1,000, mining break-even is problematic. Even with the S17 rig, I think they're on S19 now. I'm not sure. One of the newest, most powerful, cannot break even at these prices. Interesting thing is that miners are keeping up even if most of their rigs are not profitable. We've seen that after the great crash of 2020 on March 12th and March 13th. Another moment of silence. I know I do this every day, guys, but that was insane. 50% losses across the board. Like, I didn't sell, but I know a lot of people that did. Moment of silence. Anyway, back to it. We've seen after the crash that some miners did turn off their rigs, but they immediately turned them back on. If you don't know, Bitcoin has a difficulty adjustment, and basically what that means is that if miners start to drop off, the difficulty in solving those complex equations decreases, so that it's easier to solve blocks and confirm transactions. Amidst the low electricity costs, already built farms may be boosting the activity ahead of the halving. Some days, the network produces as much as 1,950 Bitcoin instead of the scheduled 1,800. Wow. One could only imagine. This means that the halving will arrive a few days earlier than expected, also making mining more difficult. Yes, we know this. So basically, to wrap this article up, Bitcoin, in order to be profitable after the halving, must have a price of about $15,000, $14,000 to $15,000, and we all know that. We expect that. I mean, $14,000 to $15,000 Bitcoin is, that's light work for Bitcoin. We already know that. That's light work. We see here that institutions are getting into Bitcoin. We see more retail investors like you and I getting into Bitcoin every day. And not only that, it's super duper easy to buy Bitcoin now. I think that I should create a video on how to buy Bitcoin through Coinbase. I mean, it's literally easy. You download Coinbase on your phone. You could be up and running and buying Bitcoin in 5 minutes. It's that easy. I wasn't around in 2017, but from what I hear, people in 2017 did not. It was not that easy to buy Bitcoin. Like there was like 2, 3 exchanges. Most of the other exchanges were scams. It was literally the Wild West. When it came to Bitcoin back in 2017, but now, your grandma can literally buy Bitcoin on her phone right now. That's the type of world we're living in. So if Bitcoin went to 20K when it was super hard, laggy, you had to be techie in order to buy Bitcoin back in 2017, 2016, 2017. Imagine now when it's super duper, all you need is a phone and maybe a bank account, and you can buy Bitcoin super easy. And you mean to tell me that the Bitcoin price can't get above 13 to 14 to 15K in order for miners to get profitable? No. I just refuse to believe that. Bitcoin is criminally undervalued. And to prove that, let's move on. Next up, crypto community shudders as CNBC predicts bullish Bitcoin run. CNBC tweeted that there could be a big breakout ahead for Bitcoin. That's exactly what we need. We know that the mainstream media does get on things late, and they are horrible for retail investors. When the mainstream media hypes something up, it's already too late. But there are still thousands of people, millions, billions of people that don't know about Bitcoin. There are even millions of people out there that think that Bitcoin's a scam. And I don't know how. You can literally see people making gains out here. It's not a scam, but people still think it is because, some guy on CNBC or some guy on fake news, Fox News, or some guy on CNN said it was a scam, and now you missed out on life-changing profits. But, sometimes they do throw us a bone. When it comes to covering Wall Street on television, CNBC was one that started it all. But as far as the cryptocurrency market concerned, the mainstream business network should probably stick to its knitting. That is because CNBC does not have a great track record of keeping the momentum going once it tweets about Bitcoin price. Yeah, there is some truth about that, but any talk positive about Bitcoin I'll take. Because like I said earlier, people still think that this is a scam. A lot of people don't understand what Bitcoin is, so they watch these guys on the mainstream media and they hear one clip about Bitcoin and they say it's a scam and they write it off forever. They've been calling Bitcoin a scam since 2009, Bitcoin has had, 300, 400 funerals. Mt. Gox, BitConnect, Great Crash 2020, moment of silence, just kidding. The halving is coming with only 11 out until what? The halving is coming with only 11 out until a major Bitcoin supply cut. Brian Kelly breaks down why there could be a big breakout ahead of cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not going to play this video here because I have another video that I want to play. He just goes on and talks about how there could be a breakout. He talks about profitability. Crypto's up 16% this week. Kelly was touting BTC on the network before it was cool to do so. He talks the same language as guests like CoinShares, Melton Roars, I don't know who that is, and follows the fundamentals when it comes to Bitcoin catalysts. In other words, he is not the problem, as the crypto community might say. And then they have this. That was a great movie. I love that movie. Let's take a look at what he says. In the past, this has been a catalyst for very big run-ups. We've had a tremendous run-up coming up to this. It's got some wood to chop down around 9,000, which is kind of true, but we're going to break that within the next couple of days, I believe. But I think in the medium to long term, you now have an asset that's going to be more scarce than gold based on the stock to flow ratios in an environment where the entire world is printing money. I could not agree more. CNBC, we need more coverage about Bitcoin through the big networks. Know that there are 6 networks around the world that control all the media. Well, not around the world. There are 6 networks, yeah, around the world that control most, if not all, the media that we consume. So just keep that in mind next time you watch the lamestream media. I know at my house, CNBC, not CNBC, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all that stuff's banned. We don't watch that around here because we don't want to be misinformed. We want to be informed about the real news. But if I see crypto on CNN, see MSNBC or Fox News, that's still good for Bitcoin. Another great thing about Bitcoin, and this is news that people have been talking about ad nauseum, but I thought I'd bring it up. Grayscale bought half of all Ethereum mined in 2020 as institutional interest keeps growing. Wow, I mean that is absolutely insane. We are seeing institutional investments, institutional investors get into this Bitcoin space. I mean, like I said earlier, I keep saying it, people still think this is a scam. Are you kidding me? Like, if this was a scam, why would Grayscale Investments, a huge investment corporation, buy half of all Ethereum mined in 2020? That does not make any sense. If this was a scam, if this was some kind of Ponzi scheme, if this had no legs, if this was just, a speculative bubble, that's a lot of money. And if this doesn't work out, a lot of people are going to get fired. A whole lot of people are going to get fired. Grayscale on Ethereum buying spree. New information on the matter indicated that the total number of ETHs mined at the start of 2020, April 24th, was 1,563,245.87 cents. At the same time, Grayscale Investments Ethereum Trust had issued 230,200 shares. Wow, I gotta get better at that. As December of 31st last year. And per their website, the firm had 13,255,400 shares as of April 24th, 2020. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that per share. That makes 756,239,777 Ethereum bought in the same period. Holy free holies. Holy for holies. That's a lot of money. Having in mind all the numbers from above, it means that Grayscale has purchased nearly 48.4% of all mined ethers in 2020. I mean, you think that that couple ether you bought was a lot. Nah, that's small fish to these guys. These guys here, Grayscale, and another person that I'm gonna mention in a couple of minutes, these guys have the Bitcoin. These guys have the real Ethereum, the real Bitcoin. And as we can see a chart here, like, oh my goodness, this is insane. Like, just accumulating. Ethereum price and Grayscale premium. Ethereum investors buying through Grayscale are not slowing down, even despite a significant premium of about 420%. These people are not only buying Ethereum en masse, but they're paying a premium of over 420%. Why? Why would you do that? As of April 24th, one share of Ethereum E That I don't think that's regular. Let me see. Yeah, Ethereum Trust. Bought one share of Ethereum E at $92, while the holdings per share were just worth 17. I think that's $17.7. In other words, institutions were happily paying a major premium, as they don't have to worry about storing, transferring, or managing cryptocurrency on their own. So as we can see here, guys, is that despite what the lamestream media says, despite what people's preconceived notions of crypto are, and we're going to get to something in a minute that I thought was very interesting. Major financial institutions are buying Bitcoin, Ethereum in droves. You don't believe me? Let's take a look at Cash App. They recently listed an exchange to buy strictly Bitcoin on Cash App. You don't think they have tons of Bitcoin, thousands of Bitcoin? Fidelity Investments, they sell Bitcoin on their platform. You don't think they have thousands of Bitcoin in Ethereum? Robinhood, the exact same way. You can buy crypto on Robinhood and other apps. So we can see that the mainstream institutional investors are coming into the space, and they have been in the space since 2009. You know who else has been in the space since 2009? This guy. We all know Warren Buffett, and we all know what he says. And I know you can't see me, but I'm doing the air quotes here. I know what he says about Bitcoin, but you gotta read in between the lines. Let's take a video. Let's take a listen to a video of what he said back in 2018 about Bitcoin. We all know about this, but I'd like to play this for people who haven't heard it.
In terms of cryptocurrencies generally, I can say almost with certainty that they will come to a bad ending. Now, when it happens or how or anything else, I don't know. It's a mirage, basically. I mean, it's a method of transmitting money. The idea that it has some huge intrinsic value is just a joke, in my view.
Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies are also bubbles.
No, there's no reason. I get into enough trouble with things I think I know something about. Why in the world should I take a long or short position in something I don't know anything about?
Okay, Warren. Okay. If you guys can't, I know you guys can't see my face right now, but I'm smiling literally ear to ear. I didn't believe that one bit. This man, Warren Buffett, owns Bitcoin. You cannot tell me he doesn't. These rich people talk. These rich people have secret clubs that we have no idea about. Us as retail investors, we get the news late. We get the news a day late and $1 short. That's why when you think you buy something on the market, like, oh, it's all gone up 10%. As soon as you buy it, it dumps. Because these institutional investors know the psychology of retail investors. These people, if they tell you to do something, it's because either A, it's not profitable anymore and they're on another strategy. B, the strategy worked before, but it's not kind of working now. Or C, you know what? I have this crazy tinfoil hat kind of theory about Warren Buffett. I think he owes a lot of Bitcoin. I think he puts out this FUD because his granddaughter or niece or nephew is interested in buying Bitcoin, and he doesn't want to pay the $8K for it, so he tries to spread this FUD and this misinformation to try to dump the price. Billionaires do that. Whales do that all the time. Think about it. Before 19 and the great crash of 2020, why did Bitcoin go down from 10K to 8K? Everything was bullish. Nobody was having any bearish sentiment from the market. Yes, people were getting liquidated left and right on BitMEX, and I'm gonna make another video about that. If you're on BitMEX doing that stuff and you're not rich, you're not a whale, stop. Okay, I don't want to hear people crying, oh, I got liquidated on BitMEX trying to trade 100x leverage. I don't want to hear it. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so before 19, in February, the price went down from 10K to 8K for no reason. None. No reason at all. We were in halving hype mode. We were in bullish sentiment. It's whales. It's rich people. They crash the price so they can buy in lower, so they can buy for their friends. It's true, and it happens. Next, Warren Buffett could technically buy all the Bitcoin in circulation today, but not really. I thought that this was a very interesting video, and I think that if Warren Buffett was a trillionaire, he probably would do it. And I have no doubt in my mind that Warren Buffett has a stash of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies somewhere in his safety deposit box of some kind. Because of the relative youth of Bitcoin, the market surrounding it remains somewhat small, a total size of about 164.5 billion. To keep this in perspective, Warren Buffett has approximately 137 billion, meaning that he's a hair short from theoretically being able to buy every Bitcoin in circulation. Bitcoin has seen unprecedented growth of the past decade, quickly transforming from a niche idea only known by a few select online forums to a mainstream, well, I wouldn't call it mainstream just yet, digital currency that is used by millions, even attracting major institutional players like Grayscale, like Warren Buffett, hint hint, nudge nudge, Warren Buffett and his friends. And then this this article goes down to talk about how he could buy it and, how he should buy it. I just think that is a good thought experiment. And, we know that these billionaires communicate. We know that these billionaires talk to each other. We know these billionaires have clubs. And Bitcoin has come up plenty of times. It's just a matter of time before I bet we hear once Bitcoin hits 25K and is running up to 30K, I bet we're going to hear how Warren Buffett actually has Bitcoin. And lastly, guys, this is a little bit off topic here, but this is a very, very important topic that I am going to talk about more on this channel, and that's the threat of automation. We live in a world right now where, human interaction is frowned upon and discouraged. But it's not just because of 19. This has been kind of going on since before 19, and I think that, especially in America, we're looking at the wrong cause for the problem. Okay? Automation is the biggest threat to American jobs. More than illegal immigration, more than government policy. There are certain people in America, I'm not going to name names like Tekashi 6ix9ine naming names, pointing fingers, telling names. I'm not going to do that, but we all know the person that I'm talking about, blaming a specific part of the world for our economic problems. And, I'm just going to stop there because I don't want, that army after me. But it's not, people who are different than us, people who are poor with no power that take our jobs. It's automation, guys. Automation is coming for your jobs. Automation and outsourcing took the coal jobs away, took the service jobs away, took the manufacturing jobs away. And I'm running out of time here, but this is something that is extremely important to me, and I think that every human should stay ahead of the curve on. Because technology in America in general, in this capitalistic society, you are replaceable at any moment. If a company, and especially now, if a company can find a computer that's cheaper to replace you, they will. With the advent of working from home, can't go to work, locked in, do you think companies are going to want to have to go through this again when there's another pandemic? I don't think so, guys. Please, if you don't take anything from this channel, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, please take this, the automation. You have to stay ahead of the curve on automation, guys. Learn some IT. Learn your way around a computer. Learn about what's going on. Learn about where the job trends are going. Now, if you're older and you've been in your career for 25 years, I understand that. But it wouldn't hurt to take a course. It wouldn't hurt to take a SQL course. It wouldn't hurt to take a programming course. You don't have to be the best coder in the world, but it's important to know where the jobs are headed. Automation threatening 25% of jobs here in the US, especially boring and repetitive ones. Brookings study says, 1/4 of American jobs are at high risk of automation. The disruption will hit certain people harder than others, including low-age work earners and men. That is 100% true, guys. D'Amica Austin was a teenager when she was hired at Aubon Plain as a cashier. Throughout the years, she's climbed to general manager. There are other changes during that time as well. Catering orders moved online. Kiosks that can answer customers' questions were installed, and meal-taking iPads have arrived. I used to work in the hotel industry, guys. Before I started, getting into IT and all that, I used to work in the hotel industry. And why I got out of the hotel industry is because stuff like this. In theory, you could run a hotel with about 4 people. Okay? You can run a hotel with a couple of housekeepers, 2 or 3 housekeepers, a security guy, and a maintenance man. You don't need a front desk. You don't need the extra staff. You don't need all that. All that stuff is extra for customer service. They have systems now where you can scan your phone, the key pops out, you go up to your room, open your door. If you need fresh towels, there's one of those housekeepers there. Jobs are being automated away, and he who shall not be named on this channel, I'm blaming the wrong people. And like I said, guys, you can read this here, but I am going to definitely get into this more in probably the next video. But this is this is serious business here. Now let's take a look at this chart here. Here's the risk profile of tasks that could be automated with current technologies. I mean, this is just low wage earners gone. People work on farms, gone. Low skill construction, gone. And look here, these technologies are likely going to benefit for those who are well trained and highly specialized, guys. We need some form of technical skill. If you don't have that now, and you're not in some highly specialized field, your job may be automated. And then you got guys like this man here blaming these people. No, it's not these people. It's a computer. And next to last, let's take a look at this beautiful Bitcoin block halving countdown. 8 days, guys. The message is still the same. Bitcoin block, 1 Bitcoin is 1 Bitcoin. Supply shock coming in 8 days. Halving. 12.5 coins now, going back down to 6.25 coins in 8 days. 8 days, we should see a 15k Bitcoin. I seriously think that is extremely possible. The only thing we can do is wait. And yeah, this chart, I love this chart so much. We are right here, and hopefully we can see Bitcoin just go to the moon. A boy can dream, can he? Alright, let's take a look at the markets to finish things off here. Things are trending sideways like always. Bitcoin hit 9k yesterday for a little bit. Looks like it dropped back down a couple $100, but you know, bullish sentiment still remains. Just take a look at the chart. Chainlink is going down a little bit. That's okay. How's Cardano doing? A little bit down. Yeah, everything looks a little bit down. Sundays are, I guess, whales, they get their money out for the week on Sunday, so you know, that's why we're a little bit down, but you know, that's okay. That's the nature of the beast. I'm waiting for VeChain to get to $2. If VeChain gets to $2, I don't think I'm gonna do videos anymore. Just kidding. Actually, if VeChain gets to $2, I'm gonna be doing videos full time because I can retire. Anyway, let's move on. Let's check if there are any pump and dumps going on right now. I like to check that. Not that I invest in pump and dumps. It's just fun to see the green. Hyperion up 128% in 7 days. That is beautiful. I don't know what Hyperion is. Maybe I should look into it. Not to invest in it. It's already too high, but. And then we got Sia coin here. That's an old coin. Wow. That pumped 43% in 7 days. That's good. Maybe that's something I should look into. It's pretty cheap right now. Hollow. There we go. That's the pump and dump I was worrying about. That's what I was looking at. I don't know what Hollow is. I swear, as I get more views, people are going to be like, that's not a pump and dump. You don't know what you're talking about. Dislike, blocked, unsubbed. I'm ready for it. But yeah, the market is going sideways today. So hopefully, you know, we see some positive price action later. Like I said, I think that on Sundays, whales take out their money for the week. And that's why we have these dumps. So yeah, to end this thing off, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe for daily Bitcoin and cryptocurrency news, guys. I am so excited to bring these videos to you. I know that you know, a lot of crypto YouTubers out there have better equipment. I'm working on it. I know my mic sucks. I'm working on it, but I just want to gauge the interest out there before I spend $200 on a mic. I think that would be the smart play. Again, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe below. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Bitcoin forever, Ethereum forever. Let's all get this money together, guys. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.